Welcome back, everybody. We're back again. I told you guys we were going to do after Welcome to Derry. So I hope you all are doing well. We are back for our Welcome to Derry Season 1, Episode 2 review. Again, it's the Nerd Chicano here alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad and Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to wonderful Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, Brad really needs to go to bed. Yeah.
This man, swear to God. You'll be on in just a few moments and 20 minutes later. Like, hurry the fuck up.
I was watching the episode.
Hurry the fuck up.
I was watching the fucking episode, you bitch. We're gonna be catching back up on what we've had to miss out on Welcome to Derry. I watched this coming back from the plane. I watched this coming back from the not the plane, the trip. While I was herding.
Did you download it? Is that how you watched?
No, I got back home from the trip and I was watching this.
Got it.
Yeah, because I was sick and I couldn't do anything else other than watch shit.
Yeah, at least it's a good show to watch.
Yeah. So not much to really speak on because we literally just did an episode, Brad. But yeah. I just will say we have a lot to talk about when it comes to episode 4 when we can get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this one premiered on Halloween and it premiered early in Halloween.
Oh, did it? I did.
Yeah, it premiered early.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say I think the television series of it is definitely more gory than anything.
Oh yeah.
The movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense. It's the disturbing mind of Stephen King. So,
yeah.
Technically how it should be.
Yeah, dude, they definitely have upped the ante when it comes to the violence and stuff. I mean, it's the way it should be, right? You know, the book is pretty
intense.
Gruesome too.
Yeah, it's intense.
Brad, you've read it before, right? I know my brother has.
Yeah, I got the book somewhere around here. But yes, I've read it.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how much of this is covered in the book or how much, because I know that this is supposed to be before the first movie.
Well, and the thing with Stephen King is all this shit ties into other shit.
Yeah.
So that's when I say I want people to watch this so I get the Dark Tower series. Well, the Dark Tower series has some of these characters Pennywise and all that. It's all tied in.
Yeah. It's nothing like the movie made it out to be, huh?
Well, see, I have the Blu-ray. Still have not watched that fucking movie. I refuse because I already know it's just going to piss me off.
Oh, man. Well, Brad, I think we should just get into it so that we can save some time here.
Yeah.
So, if you have not watched Season 1, Episode 2 of Welcome to Derry, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episode, go and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these sports smart sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Season 1, Episode 2. The Thing in the Dark. Charlotte and Will navigate their new life in Derry. Ronnie worries about her father's fate. And the dog is scratching at my fucking door.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That is the bare minimum you get of this episode.
Episode is directed by Andy Muschietti and developed for television by Andy Muschietti, Barbara Muschietti, and Jason Fuchs. Based on the novel It by Stephen King. Written for television by Austin Guzman. Our story editors are Guadalice del Carmen and Jasmine Flournoy. And the episode stars Taylor Page, Jovan Adepo, James Reamer, Stephen Ryder, Matilda Lawler, Amanda Christine, Clara Stack, Blake Cameron James, Arian S. Cartaya, Peter Outerbridge, Chris Chalk, Kimberly Guerrero, Joshua Logic, and a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I get it. We're gonna put them in what's it called? You know, order. Like, what's it called? I think it's in alphabetical order. It's like, I don't know. I don't think so. But it's like, hey, man, I'd like to get the main characters in here, not some of these other people I was seeing.
Yeah, but Chris Chalk is
Yeah,
killing
it's
it
Dick.
for the show.
Yeah, it's
Halloran.
Dick.
Yep.
Dick Halloran. Dick Halloran, bro. So let me see here, Brad. We definitely have some trivia here.
Hopefully
In the
most of the
supermarket
cats-
shopping scene, cans of Calumet baking powder are seen on the shelves at one point. They also appear in Stanley Kubrick's film of The Shining and are referenced in the Room 237 documentary about the film.
Nice little throwback, I guess.
Yeah. The secondhand store in the same place where an adult Bill Denbrough would buy his bike from an orange shop shoekeeper, a character played by author Stephen King. When Charlotte Hanlon enters the store, we can hear the employees at the store doing inventory, calling out the same items that the shopkeeper would quote to Bill in 2016. Baseball cards, beaver, etc. Excuse me. The car found in the final scene is most likely the infamous Bradley Gang shootout, as referenced several times in the novel,
Well, it's shown in the intro too.
and showing a mural in the first chapter of the It movie. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, Dick Halloran is the same Halloran from The Shining. Airman Dick Halloran is said to have gifts by his commanding officer, though he seems unconvinced. The character Dick Halloran first appeared in The Shining, 1980, where he explains to the boy Danny and the audience that the gift of what they have is what his grandmother refers to as shining. This gift is hinted at the Falcon bar scene, where Halloran seemed to know that the bartender was going to tell them to leave. Dick Halloran also appears in the It novel, on the interlude chapters that tell more of the story of Derry.
Mm-hmm. Also, he's a part of Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep. He's in Doctor Sleep. Yeah. So Brad, without further ado, let's go ahead and open it up here. Tell me, what are your initial thoughts on season 1, episode 2?
First off, Hank's innocent. Hank did nothing wrong. But
yeah,
as in anything in the '60s, you need a scapegoat. Especially when the townspeople are getting angry that a bunch of kids are dying, even though kids have been going missing in this town forever.
Since 1908?
Yeah. So, I mean, you would think they'd be like, wonder why. But, I mean, I think we have to come to the fact that this is a far more gory,
way more
gory telling than I think of any previous iteration, which I think is kind of what's needed, because I mean that's kind of how the book is. It feeds off fears, and if you can scare the audience, I mean that's kind of the point of Pennywise.
Yeah.
I think the episode's good. I love the fact that we get to see more of Dick Halloran, because in previous iterations you don't get to see a lot of him. In The Shining, he's there, but he's barely mentioned. In other instances, you kind of see him, but in this, we really get to follow him around, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then I like the kids, Ronnie and Lily's. They're back and forth because, of course, they're using Lily to basically pin Hank for the murders.
Yeah. So definitely really like the way that we involved Dick in here, Dick Halloran. So they're having him use The Shining to like try to basically find what the army's trying to look for.
Yeah. And of course, as in anything, we get a little more backstory of why the army is looking for this. And of course, it would be the military wants to use this as a weapon.
They use it as a weapon so that way they can have what's it called, something up against the Russians.
Yeah, something different from the nuclear arms, but it just goes to show the American military wanting to use Pennywise as a weapon. Like you could control that entity.
Yeah, like if they're gonna be able to control it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been terrorizing this town since the early 1900s. You think you really can control this thing?
Yeah, and then of course we did get like the whole backstory in this week's episode, so it's like even before the 1900s.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, from the episode tonight. Yes.
Yeah, it's like okay, I don't know, man. I don't think I don't really think that's gonna work, guys. Um, like I said, hold up. What's up, words? What's up?
Now, words. Remember, we're only on episode 2 with this. So
Yeah. Next week we'll have more to talk about. But
where Tim? Okay, so Tim Curry, when you're 5 and watching that, fucking terrifying. Tim Curry still is the best Pennywise. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just more gory. Like, yeah, he bit a kid's arm off. He had the blood come up, but I think like you didn't have in the first episode Birth of a Demon Baby. You got like full frontal birth of that.
oh my god,
And in
yeah,
this one, you have Ronnie's dead mom trying to put her back in the womb.
yeah,
She was in the womb, and then trying to put her back in the womb. I mean, it's definitely some psychotic, fear-inducing shit that Pennywise is trying.
yeah. Which is, we got that from the first movie. We were told that Pennywise, what's it called, feeds off your fear, and it shows you what your worst fears are. We've been sending Pennywise to deal with Venezuelan fishermen, obviously smuggling drugs. Yeah.
Huh. Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Brad, so I really like the involvement of Dick Halloran in this show.
Yeah,
This episode, they did a good job with that.
Future, he might be in every episode.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's gonna be in every
Just
episode.
kind of cool because that character in The Shining has always been kind of cool, and because he's like he's the one that basically trains Danny how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't really get that back in the day. He's like, oh, he's there, and then he was gone
Yeah.
because he was so.
At least in the 1980 movie, he kind of there and he just doesn't come back.
Yeah.
But I still like because of course fucking what's it called, Jack Nicholson kills him.
Yeah. I mean, which you would think like Dick Halloran would have seen that coming.
Yeah. I remember that movie does steer away from the book more than
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still really good shit from Stanley Kubrick.
100%. Yeah. But I like the way that they involved him in this show. Wait, did he survive?
No, Dick Halloran in the original Shining.
No, in The Shining he's dead. This is way before The Shining.
Yeah, because
This
he
was said like way before that.
The family. Is he in Doctor Sleep or not? He's in a way. I think like a flashback
It's a flashback.
or like
it's
an
in the
inner monologue or some bullshit from.
Yeah, it's in a flashback. It's actually in the director's cut because they don't show it in the original, in the theatrical cut. In the director's cut, there's like a flashback where he's talking to Danny as a kid. I don't even think it's a flashback. I think it's just like a hallucination.
Oh, like he like goes into like the dead lights or the light, and he talks to Halloran.
Yeah. But like I was saying, Brad, I like the involvement of him, especially because it starts to bring in elements from these other Stephen King novels. And, they say like in the book he's in there for like a little bit, but like in here I feel like he's going to be involved in the show a lot.
Well, and I really like they're giving more backstory to this character because it's always been a cool character. Like it's a dude that like can look back into time and figure like just see shit.
Yeah.
Also, I agree. You should have seen that axe coming as a clear one. I mean, granted, he was getting up there in age in The Shining, so
Yeah. Um. Also, can we talk about that cut, bro? Where like Dick is like, what's it called? Kind of like feeling bad. Like he's using his powers a lot, so it's like really messing with him. And he just goes over to the what's it called, edge of the like the balcony, and he's
Yeah,
like,
the deck up
yeah,
there.
where he's like trying to like to throw up, and then it just cuts to the fucking ranch just dropping, or like mashed potatoes. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
school lunch, whatever slop that shit was.
yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And once again, after this week's episode, not the only freaking disgusting cut that we got. We have a freaking another cut that's just like is just as disgusting. Um, but yeah, like I said, I like Dick's. I like his involvement of Dick in here. I know you kind of brought it up, but yes, Ronnie's whole freaking. Also, I agree. You should have seen the axe coming as a. Okay, you read that. I'm sorry. Ronnie's hallucination was fucking brutal. Like
I think that all the hallucinations in this episode are pretty bad. Ronnie's and Lily's specifically, because
oh yeah,
Ronnie's is goddamn terrifying. Like she wakes up in a womb, which by the way, at the end of the episode, they kind of show like how they do that shit. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Um, but it
yeah,
just, I mean, that would freak me out. Like, oh, being rebirthed, and then because her mother died at childbirth. So she's always probably thought like she was the reason her mother passed, and that was her
yeah,
fear.
yeah. Um, and then of course we get to know more of Charlotte and specifically the Hanlon family.
Hmm.
Um, you see that people are not used to seeing somebody of Charlotte's complexion around town.
No, and also the town. Charlotte notices this town is not as it appears. It is
No,
actually
there's something going on
there's
here.
something wrong with this town because she just sees these what 3 or 4 dudes just beating up on this poor kid, and no one
Yeah,
does anything. And all the butcher can say is boys will be boys, as these people are basically killing this kid.
yeah. She goes to fucking try to break them apart, and then the kids go up to her and look like they're gonna try to beat her ass too. It's like,
Well,
what?
and then
What?
all the adults walking around are looking at her like she's the crazy one.
Yeah. It's like, what? Y'all just gonna let the kid be fucking getting his ass beat?
Yeah,
Like, the fuck?
yeah. So
Um,
the whole town, which we know, is has problems, issues.
yeah.
There is something over this town. Um,
But it does introduce something about Charlotte that will become useful in the next coming episodes. That we see that she's willing to stand up for people, and she, what's it called?
well,
She
and
cares deeply about the well-being of others.
well, she was a justice fighter in the South,
Mm-hmm.
uh, doing the rallies and the marches,
Yeah.
and which that comes back. I don't know if it was this episode, but I know Hanlon, Leroy Hanlon,
Mm-hmm.
basically telling her like she, you know, she's got to like kind of slow it down on that stuff because he's military and it kind of
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. And also, this is the episode where we found out that ma'am, here in Mayberry, in Mayberry is mob rule. Yeah. In this episode, we found out that that the whole thing that happened to Hanlon was a test.
Yeah, it was a test. Plus, we learned of his injury in Korea.
Yeah.
It was a traumatic brain injury, but what it ended up doing is causing him not be able to fear anything.
Which, damn it, I don't want to skip ahead. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, but
Um,
that is mentioned in this, and why Shaw did what he did.
yeah. Yeah. So they're like, hey, we want somebody like you who has no fear and who's what's it called? Like, they've been looking for this type of person. So yeah, we found out that what happened in the first episode, that was all a test. It was them. They
Yeah.
were just trying to figure. But like, still, this commander, he's not what the general is not. Like, I don't know.
He's not all there. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it was this episode. It wasn't this episode where we got the throwback, right? I think that's the next episode.
next episode.
That's the next episode. But he knows there is something in this town that can be used as a weapon that is fear based.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
But again, like just going in, like only the American government or American military would be like, yeah, we can totally control Pennywise.
yeah,
Like, what?
yeah. It would only be the U.S. government who would think that they
Yeah,
could
be like,
fucking
this is a great idea. Let's control this
yeah,
fucking entity that just feeds off fear, and we can somehow
yeah,
control that.
yeah. And sadly, we with the kids in this episode, fuck man. Look, I'm not gonna say that it was right what Lily did, but Lily didn't want to have to go back to the institution, bro.
Like, so how old are these kids? 12?
Yeah,
That kind of makes a little sense. Like, oh, I don't want to go back to the goddamn institution.
yeah. So, Ronnie is like really mad at her, but like, dude, if you're put in that situation and you've gone through the same things that Lily has,
Yeah,
I think you're doing the same thing, man.
probably.
And it sucks because it's
well,
like,
and it doesn't. It really doesn't matter anyway because Lily gets sent there anyhow.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
I don't know.
She does get sent there anyhow, but like she gets, I think she gets released, right?
I don't think that's shown in this episode.
Okay, yeah, that's next week. Next episode.
But yes, she does eventually. So she goes there at the end of this episode.
Yeah. We do meet another new kid. We meet Rich after after what's it called? After what's his name? What's the name of the little kid? What's it called? Hanlon's kids? Hanlon's
Will?
kid? Will. Yeah, Will gets sent to detention.
Well, because of a is it a smoke bomb or a
Smoke bomb, yeah.
smoke bomb of some sort that he'd even it just
Yeah.
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
That's
And
where he gets to meet Ronnie there.
Ronnie and Rich, we find out that Rich has a crush on like on that girl.
Yeah, not Lily's friend. I
Yeah.
forget what her name is, but
I think it's
yes,
Patty.
no, because the group is called the
Patty Cakes.
Patty Cakes. Yeah,
It's what's the name of that girl, bro? Marge,
Marge,
right?
yeah.
Marge, right? Yeah.
Which in episode 4 we're gonna
Yeah.
have another Marge. We're gonna have more to talk about Marge on that.
Yeah. Well, now it seems that they're trying to, figure out what's going on so that way they can get Ronnie's dad out of prison. Because
Well, Ronnie wants to get like she knows her dad's innocent,
yeah.
and she's trying anything, and we'll learn that in I think next week's episode on they try to do something.
And let's be real, they put Ronnie's dad in prison because
Well, before the townspeople burned the town down.
burn town down. And also it's easier to put him in prison than to put what's it called, Leroy in prison. Because Leroy, look, the fucking chief of police is racist as fuck. He is. But they're not going to be putting
I think
they can't just put the 2 only black people in the city.
I mean, I think from the bar scene, I really do think the chief of police didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I think just from the bar scene that we see, the chief of police just going in there or have a beer, and he's already accosted by like 2 townspeople. Like if you don't put him in jail, we're gonna do mob mentality, mob rule.
Yeah.
So to me, the chief of police, there's definitely something wrong with Derry, which I think doesn't help it. But I think in that instance, I think the chief of police is probably scared. He's probably scared like the townspeople are just going to fucking burn everything down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good episode. Not as great as the first, but I still think it's a really good episode. We're kind of moving into some interesting direction here. And next episode 3 gets a little bit more into what's going on with these with the kids and
We
what they're
we
gonna
get
go.
we get some flashbacks,
Yeah,
so it'll be kind of cool.
yeah. But so far, pretty good. Second episode, enjoyed it. Um, I think the biggest thing that I got to take away from this episode, at least, is that the special effects team has been putting in a lot of work in this. My
Yeah, I,
God.
I think just the fact that Pennywise, his tactics in this show are way and far beyond anything we've seen really before.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
and the opening song. This is the first episode that we got with the theme song of the
yeah, they did
season.
change. They did, yeah. 'Cause first
Fucking
episode had
creepy.
this. Oh, and just the overall scenery. And this is like, so what they pull up is that I don't know, the Model A car or whatever.
Yeah.
And we know it's from, a gangster shootout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the song is super fucking creepy. Um, I didn't think that they were gonna do that, but yeah, that they ended up coming in with some really fucking creepy
Hmm.
fucking song.
And the
And
visuals of it are just
oh
creepy
yeah,
because they've
yeah,
got it where the one of the mills burns down or catches fire, explodes.
yeah.
They got a few things in there that are just pretty creepy.
But yeah, so far pretty good episode. If last week's if episode one I gave it a 9, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8.75.
Hmm.
I think it's just a little bit lower in quality, but I still think it was a really good episode. Um, but Brad, what's your final verdict?
I mean, I think it's good. I think we're you know we've seen bad Stephen King, and this is not bad Stephen King.
Yeah,
So I'll give
right
it.
in the bullet.
I think I gave it an 8.75 last time, if I remember right. I'll give this one. I'll probably give it the same 8.75.
All right.
Yeah. I think they're all. I think it's a good start. And from what I know from the next episodes, like I know like these two are good starts.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, excuse me. Uh, with that said, though, that does conclude our review. And thank you all so much for joining us. Keep up to date with us on all our social media, the nerdcore.com, Twitter, the nerdcore, Instagram, nerdcore, Letterboxd, the nerdcore, TikTok at the nerdcore, patreon.com/nerdcore, and Discord link is in the description below. Subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell. We are 15 subs away from hitting our goal of 600, so please go ahead and check us out. All that would help us out so freaking much. If not, you'll flow too. So, yeah, subscribe, leave a like on the video. Thank you to our patrons. They make it possible. Thank you to Shane, and thank you to our wonderful executive producer, Stacy. You're awesome. Thank you, man.
Always here.
Always here, man.
Nice of
Yeah.
Fozzie to make the opening music.
God, imagine that. It's already creepy. I don't need it to make me want to freaking put pencils through my ears. But with that said, that is it.
I'm glad you were thinking of the Chris Jericho band, and I was thinking of the Muppet Fozzie.
If it's Fozzie Bear, I love it.
Yeah, Fozzie Bear, like that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna do Gen V season 1, episode 8, the season finale, and then we'll do episode 3 of It Welcome to Derry on Tuesday. Wednesday we'll do our Fargo. Next episode of Fargo, and then hopefully on Thursday we'll do episode 4 of It Welcome to Derry, and we should be caught back up. So we'll have that for now, guys. Like I said, already announced it. No theme month this month. I'm sorry, but we're gonna it's just way too late to do it. We would only have like 1 week to watch a movie, so it's not fair. Yeah. So no theme month. That means no mini pod this month. But we still will be doing our Fargo episode Fargo episode watch-alongs. So check those out. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Brad, go ahead and send them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for your host as always. Thank you to Words and Stacy for joining us in chat today. Thank you to our listeners out there, Patreon's Words. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, be sure to check your pickle jars for nothing floating in there. A young Yoda out.